Hi, it's Cindy Fodor here with my Creative Stamping Collective project for the month of August, featuring the Summer Happiness Bundle. And a few other things that I'm going to be using are the Scallop Blossoms die, just one die from there, the circle from the Scallop Shapes die, and the paper I'm using is the beautiful Ordinary Life paper. It just screamed summery things to me. I'm also using the Hearts of Love embossing folder, and my gems are the array of dots, just because the colors were so perfect with this paper. All right, so I'm copying a fold that I learned from Jackie Bullheis, and so I thought that would be a fun fold to use. I've not done this one before. I think she calls it the fold back flap or something. So it opens like this. You fold back that flap and then you can open your card. All right, so here's how it goes. Let me get rid of this paper. I'm going to start with first using the washi tape. I love when they do this washi tape that coordinates with stamps and dies. And so I just grabbed a small piece of acetate here. It's actually, I have some acetate that I save from the back of stamps occasionally. So, but what I did was I just placed it down on the washi tape, smoothed it down as good as I could, and then just trimmed around it so that I could just cut out certain items that I wanted to use. And so I'm gonna, and then I just put my dies on there, ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and voila, ended up with all these great little perfect pieces that were just fun to play with and go, how's this go? You know, how do I want this here? How do I want this there? So that's what I did. I even cut out the tiny little flowers that are in it, which are really pretty. So we're going to start by scoring our card. So I'm starting with just a base of 8.5 by 5.5. Let me just put this aside for a minute. And we're going to score that at 4 1/4. Just to give us the center fold. And then I'm going to score 1 inch on the end, on the back. And then on the front end, I'm going to cut off 1 inch. Okay? Just like that. Not using that piece. You can save that for something else. So then this will get folded in, and then this will fold back. And then let's decorate it. So I have some pieces of my beautiful Ordinary Life. I cut this at 3 inches because this is 3 1/4 inches. So I cut this at 3 by 5 1/4, and then I just cut this 1/8 of an inch bigger so that I would have a little layer of Pool Party. I just pulled in the colors from, first from the washi tape, and then from the designer paper, and they coordinate really well together. And then we're just going to layer that on the front. Like so. And then I just added a piece of the Pool Party polka dot paper from the set, or from this designer paper. And I did cut that at 5 and, let me think, 5 and 3/8. 5 3/8 by 7/8 of an inch. Just so that it coordinated with the same size as the Pool Party that I did on here. All right, so there's that. Let's stamp the inside. We'll put a little bit of embellishments on there. So I lost my pineapple here. Just tuck that in behind my sunglasses. Aren't those pineapples adorable? Okay, so we're going to stamp the sun on here because it's so cute and it's fun in the sun, so we got to have a sun. I'm going to put that right up here. And then let's go ahead. I think I'm finished with the yellow. And we'll do, I'm using Strawberry Slush. Even though the color in here is just a tad muted compared to Strawberry Slush, I think it still coordinates pretty well. And I wanted something bright and cheery. I'm going to stamp Fun in the Sun on my circle made from the Stylish Shapes circle dies. Okay, and then I did end up with a little strip of this paper from something. And I was like, well, that would look really cute on here. So let's go ahead and add it to the bottom of our inside white piece. I know it's a little bit bigger than I need. So I'm just going to trim that off. So like that. Let's just see what else I got in here. Oh, so let me go ahead and stick this in. Now this one I did cut down to 3 by 5 1/4. So it'll look a little bit lower than everything else, but that's because I want everything to fit inside and not show on the outside. I wanted to cut out these adorable little flip-flops. So, and then I wanted a little bit of pattern on them. So that's when I used the Hearts of Life embossing folder, and I just stuck it in here where the smaller hearts were so that I could add a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and stick them on the paper or the card, and then I'll put the little thong in the center with my, and I have to think which way it goes. There is definitely a certain way that it fits better or looks right. That's like that. And I have one more. And just so that you understand, I cut them out of the center of this because this is going to be covered. And then I could just cut them at the same time as I was cutting my scallop. And this scallop is from the Scalloped Blossoms die, because that went nice with our sunny theme. So there's my little flip-flops on the inside. Now we're finished with that, and let's finish the outside. So I'm going to put this on my scallop. And you can see that I sort of missed an edge of white there, but that's okay because we're going to cover that with our glasses. So they're going to go here. I'm going to lay out how I want this. And these colors aren't going to be exactly the same because I'm using other colors that I cut out from the washi tape. But I do have another pineapple. And then I have this cute little flower that I might just stick up here like that. And I just added adhesive to the back of it, and it does not show through. At least I haven't noticed that it did. So that worked out really easy. Let's put a little bit. This is tiny, but. And then we'll stick our pineapple in there. All right. Now to attach this, we are going to attach this to this side here so that it opens, so that it creates a little latch. And I'm going to use, let me grab one that has already been started. I used 3 on mine, and you can decide where you want it. You can put it top, bottom, middle. I put mine up just a little bit, so I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to stick that one against there, and then one more out this way just a little bit. If I can get the things off of them. All right, so now we can scoot that out here, and I don't want to go past the edge. I see my glasses are trying to scoot past there, so we'll scoot that in just a little bit, And I'm trying to make sure that my words are straight. So we'll press that down. Now we can open that and it's perfect, except, oops, I didn't think about that part. So maybe don't cut them out of the front of that, but I can fix that with a little circle on the inside. Oops. Well, at least you get to see the boo-boos and know what not to do on your card, right? All right. And then this is the array of dots. And now I have used them before. These are just yummy. They are like little gumdrops and they're so shiny and gorgeous. And they're so perfect for this card or for this paper. So I used I think there's strawberry slush, but there's also pool party in here. There's yellow. You could do almost any color. What other color do we have? That's it. There's 4 colors. So I used all 3 sizes here. And I might go like this. I did pop them all on here. However, you could put them on your card if you like. Let's do this. There we go. That's a lot on one little tag, right? But how fun is that? Makes a really nice focal point on our card and a fun opening. And so you can fold this back like this to be able to write in here. It makes it really simple. So I hope that you like that. So quick and easy, and I hope that you'll give it a try. There's so many different ways that you could use this type fold. All right, thank you. Have a great day. God bless.